The water crisis affects everything from health to education, changing dramatically the quality of life of those vulnerable. Clean water is a luxury we take for granted. In the world, there are 1 billion people that do not have access to clean water, out of which 345 million are in Africa. Guinea Bissau is one of the poorest countries in the world, with a life expectancy of only 48.9 years. Such extreme poverty has resulted in a dire lack of safe drinking water and sanitation facilities. The soil of Guinea Bissau receives an average of 1,577 millimeters of rainfall per year. But Guinea Bissau may be lost due to sea level rise and saltwater intrusion. Water is responsible for 80% of diseases due to its contamination with animal feces and several bacteria that thrive in Africa's water, like E. coli. 1/5 of Guinea-Bissau children are dying of dysentery. Solco Onlus has been involved in Guinea-Bissau with several projects for social, sanitary, and education development of the local community. Solco has also been involved with fundraising and building several projects. In 2004, they successfully built and inaugurated 2 kindergartens in Ingore. In 2010, the Hospital de Povo was opened and put into use in Ingore. Since 2012, there is an active ongoing scholarship funding projects for students called Maria Teresa for Africa. The hospital quickly became not only a care point, but a point of reference for the community. But the proper functioning of the hospital is heavily affected by the current water stress. We propose a modular solution that will address the water problems and empower the users as well. The Hidra module is made of locally sourced materials, and it filters contaminated well water using passive energy. This is done by evaporating contaminated water and collecting the condensed water vapor using a sloped roof. This system produces salt residue and pure water, ready for use in the hospital. Sunlight speeds up the production of clean water, and it is collected in cisterns below the surface of the ground for long-term storage. During the rainy season, the sloped roof of the Hidra module collects rainwater and filters it using a locally produced ceramic filter, removing harmful bacteria. The use of multiple storage tanks will reduce the risk of contamination and ensure water availability when needed for use by the community. The Hidra plan's a 1-year implementation plan, starting with fundraising and ending with the building and mounting of the modules. An important part of the Hidra is community involvement. A workshop will be organized to teach the process of building the modules out of local resources and crafts by the locals themselves. With the help of Hidra, families will have access to water within reach, but most importantly, they will have access to clean water. The end goal is to teach the technique so that it becomes applicable not only on the hospital, but also on other buildings, roof structures, and empty lots. The Hidra produces not only clean water, but also salt waste that can take part in the local economy. Help us to fight poverty, hunger, sickness, and a lack of access to education by bringing clean water to the people of Ingore by building a healthy and sustainable future.